sweet friends, and welcome back to Sarah's Homemade Home. I think that you can guess what we are doing today. So, one of my sweet friends from church, she told me a market about that she went and got some peaches at. Long story short, Harrison and I headed out at 8 o'clock this morning. And we got peaches. We were back home by 9 o'clock. I've gotten Marshall started on homeschool over here. So we have a little bit of time to work on these peaches. Now, I do not have an exact poundage for you guys. I would say this is probably a half bushel basket. They were selling these by the pound and they were $1.99 a pound. I needed peaches this year. Our peach tree died. Lightning, I think, or wind. I think it was wind got the peaches. Anyway, so you guys, you love it when I do these videos and canning videos, but we're doing this one a little bit different because we got the microphone. You guys can kind of be here in the kitchen with me a little bit more. So I'm showing you from start what we do with the peaches. Now, I will be canning these, but I will be canning them in three different ways. First way is obviously just like sliced peaches. Second way is I will be making peach jam. Third way is I will be making peach jelly. So I have chose those things because that is what my family wants. I have no desire to can these as whole peaches. It's hard to do. They look really elegant in the jar, but it is very hard to do. Number one, I don't have any more quarts. I have used all 100 something jars of quarts that I have. I've already used them up for other things canning. The only thing that I do with canned peaches, I'm going to can these as peach slices, is I make peach cobbler. That is my husband's two favorite desserts are banana pudding and peach cobbler. So I don't do anything else with peaches. We don't just sit there and eat them. I make peach cobbler every single time with these peaches that I have. So I know that I want to do these as peach slices. I know that I want to make peach jam because we eat biscuits all the time and we absolutely love the fresh peach jam. It's absolutely wonderful. It makes beautiful gifts. And then the peach jelly is literally all of your discards from the peach and you are able to turn it into jelly. Now, it takes not a longer process, but it takes 24 hours to make. So we are covering a whole lot of things in this video, but guys, I'm showing you, if you go out to the market, just like I did, buy you a half bushel basket of peaches. I think the store was selling them today for $28. So $28, $32 is about normal. Like I said, I'm here in East Tennessee, but that's about what you're going to pay for them. And I want to get every single penny that I paid for these peaches out of them. So few things that we need our beautiful peaches. We do need to wash these. You don't have to dry them or do anything with them, but we are going to be using the skins, okay? Now, I have told you guys about my ginormous bowls and other videos. These are from, if you are a local person in East Tennessee, there is a store that you can go to, and it's called Katam Kitchen Supplies, and it is, if you know where Bass Pro Shop is, I'm sure that your husband, if you are an East Tennessee person, Bass Pro Shop, there is the actual road with the street with the actual stoplight that Bass Pro is on. If you continue to go on the actual road up past Bass Pro Shop, the Katam Kitchen Store is up there, and you can get these there. The only reason that I say to do that, Amazon sells these, lots of online stores sell them, but it's very expensive and it's expensive to ship. So if you are local to the East Tennessee area, or if you're taking a vacation to the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge, go stop by and pick you up some of these bowls. They are, I think it's 18 quart. Hang on, let me look. I can't tell if it's 8 or no, it's a 16. So this is a 16 quart bowl. I have 2 of them. I love them and I use them every single time I'm canning and processing things. Okay. So I have one bowl that is filled with my washed peaches. My other bowl I have here that is empty. Now you guys can't see anything and everything. I have a pot. I have a pretty good sized pot. Doesn't matter. We just need a large enough pot. What we are doing with this pot is for our peach jelly. All of the skins, all of the actual seeds, everything that's like a discard that you are going to throw away, you're going to put into this pot, okay? So think of this kind of like your trash bin. put everything in here, and I have it sitting here next to my cutting boards. I have both of my Sam's Club cutting boards here sitting out. I love to process things on these. You guys, can you see right here? All I have, these are the small size dish rags that you can get at Williams-Sonoma, and they are just like the perfect size to set underneath this. If you put a towel, it doesn't matter what kind of countertops you have, but if you put a towel underneath your cutting board, especially when you're doing slick stuff like peaches, your cutting board won't slide around. So I have 2 of these. They come in a like 2-pack whenever you buy them at Sam's, but this is so nice to have this much. It goes to have this much countertop workable space. So when you are doing big things like this, you need big spaces to be able to work. One tiny little cutting board is not going to be sufficient. This is the game changer. If you are trying to do peaches, this is a serrated peeler. You can order these on Amazon. You can get them. Walmart sells them. Now, I went to Walmart to see if I could find one for you guys, and they didn't have it. They just had regular peelers. But like a better store, I mean, I know they don't have Bed Bath & Beyond kind of places like that, but anywhere that has like a little bit better kitchen supplies, and Marshall's, Ross, places like that, you know how they have like the kitchen section in the back? A lot of times you can find stuff like this. Anytime I stop, it's rare that I even get to go to town to go, but like a Marshall's, Ross, or Home Goods, stop in that kitchen section because they will have weird random things like this, and they are 100% buy one if you see one, even if it's not peach season, because you will use this thing. I also have a couple of the knives out. I have a serrated knife, and then I have my absolute perfect paring knife that I use for everything. You guys have asked about knives, and we're going to do more things. You guys continue to ask questions about kitchen equipment, and I think you have a true desire to buy things that are quality, and to buy things that are useful, and to buy things that actually keep. And I also think you have a desire to know how to maintain them. So we're going to start doing, I think, a few more videos on just kitchen maintenance and just kitchen equipment, because I'm not going to waste my money on things that do not work. You guys, most of you know me personally. We live on a farm. I don't live very close to a town. Yes, I can get out and find things, and yes, I can get out and order things, but y'all, I'm not wasting my money on things that do not work. So we're just sitting here talking. But anyway, I've got a paring knife. I have a serrated knife. I also have a little bit of a bigger knife out, but have all of these things out and ready. I cannot stress this enough to you guys. When we are canning and doing big things like this, my kitchen is clean. I just got through doing all of the breakfast dishes, getting everything washed up, but I do not have anything blocking the sink. I have nothing blocking my island. You need to be prepared. This is going to get messy, and it's not like it's overly messy, but if you start with a clean kitchen, it's a lot easier to continue to clean as you go step by step, and you're not feeling overwhelmed in the process. If you've got dirty dishes here in the sink, you're going to feel overwhelmed in about 5 minutes whenever you just are kind of processing these things. So let me go ahead and grab my dish rag, get an ugly dish towel. Don't get one of your nice ones. These are my flour sack towels, and y'all, you can tell how old that they are, but I will continue to use them forever and ever and ever, because they are all cotton. They wash up, but you need a big towel, okay? So first things first, we are going to start peeling these peaches. Now, if you have a pair of needle nose pliers directly where the stem is on the peach, you can stick a pair of needle nose pliers in there, and that whole little peach pit is just going to rip right out. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I can't find my needle nose pliers, and honestly, I can't find my husband's downstairs. I'm not worried about it. I have done a few rounds of peaches in my life, and I'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you the alternate way. If you don't have needle nose pliers, we're just going to move on with our life. Do you see how incredibly easy that this peach is peeling? This is one of the few times that I actually do prefer a peeler over, this is my pot, guys, okay, over a knife, because peaches are just so hard to hold on to. Because this is the perfect time to do this, guys. Go out to your local markets, support them. This is a wonderful time to do tomatoes, and this is a wonderful time to do peaches. The end of summer, they are sweet and they are wonderful, and I can't recommend it enough. Support your local people. and get this produce while we still can. It's still summer, it's not fall. We still have time to do these things, and enjoy the goodness all through the fall and winter season, okay? Now, since we're peeling all the, I'm going to go ahead and peel like maybe 10, and then we'll cut them up, okay? So, like I said, I'm choosing to do this in three things. I'm doing peach jelly, I am doing peach jam, and I am doing like whole slice, or not whole, I'm doing like sliced peaches, okay? Now, the sliced peaches is what I'm focusing. I'm trying to give you, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys the whole time I'm peeling peaches. I'm trying to give you a timeline because things get very hectic. I'm not going to be able to finish all of this in one day. Okay. So set yourself up. This is definitely like a 2-day thing here. So today I will be focusing on getting all of these peeled, all of these chopped up, and then I'm going to select the peaches that look a little bit, when I'm slicing them, the ones that look bad, like both of these. Let me show you. See how they've kind of got like little brown spots on them? Those peaches are extra ripe, and that means I want them for my jam. Okay, because when I can them, and I'm going to can them in the slices, it really does, they don't have to be kind of the, or like this one has a little bit of a bruise on it right there. That's going to go in my jam bowl. And then the other ones, I'm going to cut them all up. So after I peel them, I'm going to cut all of them up, and I'm kind of going to have a bowl that I'm going to use for my jam ones, and then I'm going to kind of have like a bowl that I'm going to use for the ones that I want to can with slices. Okay. My jelly comes from all of the skins and all of the pits. The process that we go about to make the jelly is we have to steep all of these peelings and all of the pits like it's like we're making a tea, okay? There is no exact measurements to do this. What we have to do is take all of the peelings that are in this pot. When I'm all finished with this, and we cover them with water, just like you're kind of making mashed potatoes, is the best way I can describe it. Like you just kind of need to cover them about like an inch of water over the top. We put that onto the stove. I'm going to do this with you guys. We're going to do it, but I'm trying to talk to you about it. We put them on the stove. You do bring it to a boil, but as soon as it comes to a boil, we turn it off and we put a lid on that pot, and we let that pot sit overnight. All of that juice flavor just marinates overnight, and then tomorrow I can strain that liquid off and have the most beautiful peach juice and turn that into a jelly. Now, does it make mass quantities? No. If you were wanting to do all of these peaches in peach jelly, you could. There's definitely recipes to do that. I am taking one round of peaches and I'm turning it into 3 different things. I'm very satisfied if I just get 6 jars of jelly, if I maybe get 6 jars of jam, but then if I get the bulk of my peaches in sliced peaches, that's my goal. That's why you kind of have to make decisions like that whenever you are canning, of what you want the outcome to be. I mean, like green beans are super easy because it's green beans, but are you going to do green beans? Are you going to be dilly green beans? Are you going to do, like, what are you trying to make? You got to have your recipes ready and like what's in your head. But from me to you, I enjoy doing sliced peaches, peach jam. See, like this one, he's super soft. He's 100% going to be for jam. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not going to talk your all's heads off here. Let's peel one more peach, and then I'm going to show you how to slice one, and then I'm going to cut the video off. You guys can come back and join me in a minute, okay? After I get them all peeled and sliced. I hope you all are having a lovely day. It's a beautiful, humid day here in East Tennessee, but the sun is out. The sun is out, okay? Taking my paring knife. And all you do, now be careful, okay? Be careful. Peaches are so slick. all I do is I cut it like in a circumference. I go all the way around the circle. And honey, these peaches are so soft. They just pop right open. Now that seed, I pull it out and I'm putting it right there in my skin pot, okay? Now I go ahead and I got all this space, cut up this peach. Now my knife is almost like not long enough to reach all the side, like to both sides. So if you have a bigger, kind of longer knife, peaches, you have to be so careful because you can cut yourself so very easily because this is so very slick, okay? This is not, the kids can help kind of peeling them, but my kids really don't help with this part, okay? It is just very easy to cut yourself. See how easy? I mean, they just come right out. Here's Harrison with his snack, okay? Now, guys, I'm going to get him his snack, and I am going to peel and chop all of these peaches, and then you guys come back and join me in just a few minutes, okay? Hang on, baby. Now, we have a couple of things that we need to talk about, okay? So I have peeled and chopped all of these said peaches. I have my jars here. I just washed them in some warm water and I turned them over just to kind of be letting them drain. Now, all of my good peaches are here chopped. These are the ones that I'm hopeful to just can like in syrup, okay? I cut up the bad ones and I have this is a, I don't know if it's Pyrex or Pampered Chef, but this is the 8-cup measuring cup. You can get these at Walmart now. 8-cup measuring cup. So those were just like my bad peaches that kind of weren't the prettiest. And I just happened to have 8 cups. Now, Sure-Jell, okay? Sure-Jell does not put this in the boxes of Sure-Jell anymore. But this literally tells you how to can everything, okay? As far as like jams and jellies go. So what I was wanting to do with the bad peaches is make peach jam. So over here on the cooked jam side for the peaches, I need exactly 4 cups of finely chopped peaches, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 5.5 cups of sugar in order to make peach jam. Well, guess what? I have 8 cups of peaches, so that's going to give me 2 rounds of peach jam. I am satisfied with this. Why this is important and why you need to know this, if you didn't have that many of bad peaches and you didn't have enough to make like the 4 cups that the recipe called for, then you would need to steal some of your good peaches in order to be able to make that recipe. So that is why we're kind of making decisions. So I have 8 cups of chopped peaches, which is perfect for me to make 2 rounds of jam. So I'm just setting these over to the side. I will deal with these later on today, okay? Now, for our peach jelly, I have no idea how much liquid that I'm going to get. But of course, my goal is to get about 5 or 6 cups. I will measure. So this is my pot, and it is almost all the way full of the peach pits and the peach peelings. I will measure with like another clear measuring cup, at least 5 cups of water. And when I'm pouring that in there, I'm going to be very conscious. I want to add at least 5 or 6 cups of water. That way I'm yielding 5 or 6 cups of juice. Are you with me? Do you kind of understand? Now, this is, like I said, for the process for the jelly, this has to take overnight. This is not going to be done today, but we'll cover that again in a minute. So what I have left in this bowl is everything that I can as whole peaches. Now, packing fruits in syrup, there's really 2 different ways that you can go about this, and I've done them both ways and they are successful both ways. It's really just what way that you want to do it. Fruit has water and air that is in the sliced fruit. When you are packing things in a syrup, which is what you have to do when you're packing in the syrup, if you choose not to heat your fruit and cold pack your jars, you're going to get more fruit that rises to the top, and then you're going to have more of a liquid at the bottom in your jar. It doesn't matter to me. I think that they still look beautiful. You're still getting the fruit, you're still getting the syrup, but like, are they like store shelf worthy beautiful? No, you need to heat the fruit up and put it in the sugar syrup and then pack it all hot in order to have that really consistent, evenness. You can make this decision which way that you want to do. Now, for the cold pack method, people will just take raw sugar, put it into your jar. You can then pack your peaches on top of it, and then you fill it up with water, and then you water bath can it and allow the canner to make the syrup for you. Guys, that is so easy to do. And if I had like a peach farm or if I had a ton of peach trees, that is the method that I would go. Like if you've got 40 quarts worth or 60 quarts worth of peaches to do, by all means do that method because it's quicker, it's easier. Does it yield a most perfect, beautiful jar? No, but is it the same ingredients? Yes. So I don't have that many peaches to do. I've just this 16 quart bowl is probably about, I would say, half full. So I don't have that many peaches to do. So I kind of think I am going to actually heat these up with the sugar syrup on the stove and then pack everything hot for you guys today. Now, the thing that I wanted to tell you is with peaches, they prefer us to do it at a light or a medium syrup. For a light syrup, you are taking 2 cups of sugar to 5 cups of water. For a medium syrup, you are going to take 3 cups of sugar to 5 cups of water. Okay, you can do this. However, this is not where you're getting into rebel canning, but you have to make the decision. For myself, my family, my kids, I choose to do everything in the light syrup or an extra light syrup because I would rather add sugar to it later if it needs it. More than these peaches are delicious. They really don't need a ton of sugar added to them. So I err on the light side of things. So I will be doing 2 cups of sugar to 5 cups of water for the peaches. Okay. So I'm just going to put you guys, I'm not going to talk. We'll kind of add some music and just let you watch me work for a little bit. Okay. Let's get over here to the stove. So in this pot, I have 10 cups of water and 4 cups of sugar. I always kind of start on the smaller side of heating this up because I hate to waste. I don't want to have a lot of extra sugar syrup. So I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but I kind of think that it is. So I just decided to do 2 rounds. Now, my pot filler is going and my water bath canner, I'm beginning to fill that up. I'm not going to fill it up a whole lot because I'm just doing pint-sized jars today, but I have just now turned on the heat for the sugar syrup and I'm filling up my water bath canner. Okay, my jars are all still empty. Now is the point. Once I get this water bath canner filled up, then I will start packing my jars and that syrup should be ready. Okay, so we're keeping in line, keeping our steps, keeping our kitchen clean. So I have already washed all of my knives. I have already washed the big bowl that the peaches were in. I have wiped off the counter here where I was actually wiped off the cutting boards where the peaches were actually working. And now I am ready in the same spot to pack my jars. Okay, so keep that kitchen clean. You can do it. Do not forget, put 2 at least tablespoons of white vinegar in your water bath canning. That saves your jars from getting that ugly cloudy mess on the outside of your jars. Put just 2 tablespoons in that water. It's all you need. White vinegar. Put it in there. All right, babies. All we're going to do is start putting these peaches into jars, okay? There's nothing fancy. Just fill them up. Hey babies, I am gonna get our sugar syrup. So I'm getting me my stainless steel spoon. I already have me a towel sitting out over here where I'm gonna set that hot pot. And I have exactly 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pint size. Now these are wide mouth. That is much easier to pack than a narrow mouth jar. So I do prefer, this is the only set of the pint size wide mouth jars that I have. This is all the jars that I've got in this particular size. So I'm absolutely delighted. It's just like a little blessing from the Lord that I had enough jars to do this. So here's the sugar syrup. Now, when you are heating this, you don't have to bring it to a rolling boil. You are just trying to bring it to a boil where all that sugar is melted. Give it a very good little stir around the pot here. And we are going to start, all I'm doing, you can see, I'm just filling these jars with this syrup. Simple as that. Now, pint jars need to process in a water bath canner for 25 minutes. Quart, I overfilled that one. Quart jars process for 30 minutes, okay? Do not forget to get you a little pot of water and be heating your flats up at this particular point, okay? A lot of people, I'm just being honest, we want to be lazy and we don't want to heat the flats. But number one, it sanitizes them. But number two, I really think that it helps the rubber on the back of them flats to become pliable again. And if you are struggling with your jars not sealing good and not having a really good vacuum pop whenever you open them, it's because you didn't heat those flats up, okay? Don't skip that step. It's worth it. It literally takes an extra 1 minute to do it, okay? Now, in that one little jar where I poured too much syrup, all I do is just get a spoon out of the kitchen drawer and just scoop it back out. This is going to be more than enough liquid here for my round. So I'm going to have sugar syrup left over, but I don't get rid of it. You can sweeten your coffee with it. I mean, it's sugar syrup. You can put it in anything. You know how they make like them flavored coffee syrups that people buy all the time, the caramel or the, whatever. You can just put vanilla extract in this sugar syrup and just add it as a little bit. Keep it in a mason jar in your fridge. But if you just add vanilla extract to it, you've got a vanilla syrup that you can add. I do like the syrup things. I don't buy those store ones, but I do like them in an iced coffee. It is good that way. Do you guys like iced coffee? Me and my husband love iced coffee. We like hot coffee as well, but I do really like the iced coffee. Now, my canner, since these are wide mouth, it will typically hold 10 pints at a time, but since these are wide mouth, it really doesn't. It usually holds 8. So I will have to do 2 runs of these, and let me show you. So that was 10 cups of water, and this is what I've got. Can you see what's left in the bottom? So there's probably about, I would say like 3 cups of water left, okay? So let's get the tops on these guys, and we'll get them into the canner to process for 25 minutes. I just wanted to show y'all this. Can you see here? See where it's that peach juice? That is why you take a rag. I don't even wet it. I don't do nothing to it. This is just a clean kitchen rag that I have. And I have wiped all the rims on every single one of my jars. But y'all, that little bit of peach juice, that can stop your jars from sealing properly. So very important step. Don't skip it.